What is good, Dandy Crew? It is DandyDrew here, and we are back for another day of Catan. And we are in the 4th position. Damn, this board is looking stacked. I mean, immediately 596, 693, 8510, 843. We might end up getting a very fun, interesting strategy. I'm hoping we get the 693 because I think the 695 should go. Then I think it will go 8510. Then I wonder if the third player will say, okay, I really want to make sure that I get on the OR. So they take the 843. This is a toughie, guys. Because the issue with the 8, like if we go 843, 8410, for instance, if like third takes 693, we get no sheep there. So it really depends on how third sees the board, but I love the 693. I mean, it's the best wheat, it's the best sheep. The wood's okay, but I just think the flexibility, especially for third or fourth, this should go. This 100% should be gone, but we'll see how that works out. Also, 8-4-10 just straight up is not a bad pick. You just say, hey, I'm going to get on to the best wheats. I'm going to get that touch of ore. Now, I've got some really nice ports here, depending on what you want to play. Like, for instance, I wouldn't be opposed to doing 4, 8, 10, 6, 3, 11. Point left here. It's pretty good. Just have kind of an interesting balance strategy. Perfect. And I think it's 8, 5, 10 here. Just making the claim that there is some wheat, there is some wood on the way back, so I have a couple different ways to make that position work. Hope you're doing amazing, by the way. Living your best life, doing your best things. We're having fun. Played some just fun games recently, you know, win some, lose some. But the grind never stops, you know. All right, so I'm thinking the best case here is 8, 10, 5, which I think should go, and then 8, 4, 10. And then we get like the 843, 693. That would be the best case. Absolutely the best case. And also the question is like, can we get away with like 843, 39, 11? So like if it goes 8, 5, 10, 8, 6, 9, 3, we might have to play that strategy. Because I like the idea if we're not going to get onto either the 6 or the 8, what we can do is we can balance our wheat by getting on both the 3 and the 11, which means we'll have a total of 4 pips between those two, which is not as much as 5, but it's still pretty good, and it's also difficult to block. The difference here is if you block the 8 or 6, it just completely kills the wheat production, but having 2 spots, really, really nice. Also, it gives us 2 ore and 2 wheat spots. We are kind of ore heavy, but we could make our way potentially to the ore port. That is an idea. I'll be really shocked if they don't take the 8, 5, 10 here. It seems good. It seems good to me, and there might be even a case where, I don't know, maybe you get onto something like the 3, 6, 11 and go 4, 11. Okay, the world is our oyster. So hopefully, knowing this, I think they have to take the 8, 5, 10. Because what happens if they go 6, 9, 3? They might say, okay, you know what? I'm going to get on this 8 somehow, some way. No way, Jose. We are going to take probably the 8, 4, 3, 8, 5, 10 and just play off of this huge slap of production here. So the question is, does he want to get on the 8 ore? Because he better do it now. Wow, this is hella good for us, guys. This is pretty good for them to go 8, 5, 10. They can play off of something. Yeah. You're not going to like this, brother. You're not going to like it. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go here. So this is the side-by-side strategy. They thought they were going to get on the 8 ore. I said, no way. No how. We're going to dominate this. We've got a lot of trading. The coordinated 8, so every time we get rolling 8, we get 2 ore, which means we can offload 1 to black here. Mind you, I still really like the 693. I just think they got a little bit too caught up in that. By the way, let's not sleep on the 695 here. It is an insane spot. I think better, it's hard to say. I mean, it's like, what do you pair it with now? Maybe you do something like 11, 5, 4, point down and try to get the 5, 10 and play off the wood port. Yeah, it's not a bad game, but I also don't think you're going to get the 10, 9, 11. So we're just in a really good spot. All 5 resources. We've got an amazing ore port. The 3-1. I love this 3-1, and I think that will be my ultimate goal is to get there first. Now, the reason, just so you know, I started on the 8-4-3 was because I wanted to start with the wheat. I get a little bit more flexibility that way. Versus if I start with the 8-5-10, the thing is, the wheat's the rare of the resources and the wood's the rarest. So I want to start with these rare resources so that I can potentially pair it with the 5. There's a decent amount of sheep on the start here, so I'm not too worried about that. So we'll see, guys. This is going to be interesting. As of now, it kind of seems like my biggest competition is probably going back. I mean, orange is just in a monster spot. That's the problem. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, first city. Where's the first city going to go? To me, it's got to go 8-4-3, and this is a balancing act, right? We're going to bring that 3, make it really strong, bring the wood up to pair with our brick. I love it. So now black, they need sheep and they need brick. So 6-3-11. Hopefully they don't get too creative here and do something like, I think maybe actually best could be even the 6-3-11 left and point this way and try to get onto the 11-6-12. Just saying, okay, there's probably going to be a lot of sheep trades. I'm going to have tons of wheat, so I have a lot of tradability. And this just opens up another settle spot. Versus if you go 6-3-11, either you're going to try to plow me, which I guess is viable. Whoa. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Where are you going, buddy? This is incredible. Very, very strong for orange. Yeah. All right, well, we got a game. All right, there's that brick. Question is, do I hold and try to get the 6-3-11? Might be a little bit too good. 8's a big roll for us, by the way. There it is. Bonjour. All right, so let's see if we can sell for sheep. We're also going to try to grab the wheat here. Problem is, dropping a city is going to be a massive pacing problem for us. Don't really want to get rid of that. I could also do something like this, and I think orange would take this. Black wants it as well. All right, I'll give it to black. I just think we got to do this. I think we've got to find ways to stay competitive. Yes, it does pace us like a maniac. I think it's just a huge boost for us. And, okay, we might lose the 6-3-11, but so what? We're going to have a fantastic game here. Strategically, this is a tough call. I'm really putting a lot of pressure on me here. We'll see if it pays off. I think just maybe getting some early really good rolls puts me in a nice spot. I might get plowed too. It's not good. 3 and 8 gives me a Debski. No matter what, I've always got the 2 settle spots here. So if I can make that happen, I'm pretty happy. What do you think? Do you agree with the 8-4-3 city? Do you think it should be the 5-8-10? I think 8-4-3 is right to me. Now I'm 8 and 3 away from another city or potentially some development cards. I like the prospect of that. Nicely done, black. Yep. So they are live, but they have an interesting game. It's a very port-heavy game, that's for sure. Nice 11. 5 is coming in. So now we're 3 and 4 from the road settle, which I quite like that. I would definitely do something like this. He's also got a lot of sheep in his hand, so I'll do something like that. Also, we could do something like that too, which I think he'll take. Yeah. No such offer. He might go for the 2 here. Perfect. That's the best situation for me, and he should be stealing from orange. I think that makes a lot of sense. We're in a 4 and a 3 away from getting the settle. The big issue here is this 3 for sure. All right. Blue, probably the 10. Nope, we get solo blocked. Interesting. All right, so 4 rolls. I don't think I should be solo blocked there, but that's very interesting for sure. Yeah, that sucks. That's another city. Yeah, all right, so we're the 4 away from the road settled. That makes us a lot more dangerous, guys. Unbelievable. Okay, 1-4 and we're looking good. I wonder if he'll take this. Anybody will take this. It's not a bad trade. All right, so the 8 block really hurts us here, guys. But that's okay. We'd be in a much better spot if we had it. All right, we can't really give it to him. Yeah, we need a 4 really badly here. Yeah, orange is in a killer spot. All right, so we'll take this deal. It's just good cards for us. I know it does kind of. Yeah, that sucks. We need a 7 here, guys. Badly. Damn. He's in a crushing spot here. Not really. Okay, so we'll just have to stay in the game. Just the issue is they're buying devs and they have road potential. I suppose maybe I could take road at some point. But this is wild. Wild, wild stuff. But hopefully we can start to get some roles working for us. And then unfortunately, this is kind of the flavor of having the early city. Yeah. I mean, I don't see, like, if I don't get some kind of pacing on orange, though, I'm in a lot of trouble here. We need a 7. Brutal stuff. Brutal, brutal stuff. Thank God. Well, luckily, now I think we can breathe a little bit, guys. Think we can breathe. We're going to need some mates. We did lose a lot of ore, though, unfortunately. Yep, there's another dev. Another dev. We need to settle. That's 4. We do have a decent build to 10 as well. We just have to survive. That's going to be the real challenge here. We need a 4. 4 is a wonderful settle for us. Amazing, we have so much wheat in our hand, we can't do anything about it. The question is, do we 7 out? Do we 7 out? We need an 8, guys. Here. I can't trade it. Next brick. Okay, I mean, I have to do some hustle, guys. It's the nature of the beast here, you know what I mean? 3-1 is really good, though. That works out wonders for us here. And of course it rolls. All right, next brick I do have to give up. Next brick I have to give up. Amazing, we've actually produced a lot of wheat this game. I just think you're giving Orange a little bit too much. Once he cities, he's sitting there with 4 points and 3 down devs. It's super scary. So what would he mono here? Would it be wheat? I don't think so. But I'm going to get soloed again? Wow. Yeah. And I get it. I get why, you know, he did hit me. What you should try to do is balance the game in a way where... This is a risky move, by the way, but I have to start trying to move a little bit more. This could... No. I'll do this. This gives me the road settle. The thing is you can always work with the board to balance the game, right? So for instance, if I do get too far ahead, you can trade, right? But what happens is if you block one person, it imbalances the board to where somebody like Orange can really take off. So I understand the sentiment of solo blocking someone super early. You just have to realize what happens when you do those kind of moves. Kind of what's the consequence potentially. All right, 8 would be incredible. It's a city, road settle city. We do just completely light up the board though. We become a massive target. All right, we have a road settle here on the port. I think it's a really good play for us. Oh, for 5 wood? Is he plowing? No. That's not a good play, guys, unfortunately. Oh yeah, he's got the port. My bad. Damn, well, we're just not having the best time there on that side. Now the 8s have gone quiet. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, guys. I think we have a decent shot to build pretty quickly, but we're going to need to get some 8s back in our pocket here. Okay, 8 is huge. 8 is another city. 4 is what we need. 4 is what we need. 8's what we need, baby. Okay. So why don't we do this? We'll do this. We're just going for it. Screw it. We're going all in. All in. Few 8s. Danger, danger. Few 8s and we're just cooking here. All right. They're very... I understand, but I don't think I'm taking road. I think long-term what's going to happen is blue will take road. Please take road. You got 9 cards there, buddy. Oh, no. He's not taking road. He's dropping a city. Yep. I mean, I understand the 8's a big roll, but again, you got to look at the threats, guys. You can't get so tunnel visioned. Guess I could go for road, but even road's 8 points, you know? Yeah, and now he wins with almost every roll. He might just have the win in hand. So blue absolutely has to... Oh, no, we lost blue. We lost blue. We need a 7 here. Please, 6. Yeah, come on. I will... That's fine. Why am I crazy? I've been getting smoked here. Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. We gotta pray he doesn't have a way to wrap this up. Okay, so he's definitely at 8 here. Definitely at 8. Like, what can we do here? It's difficult. We're also close to the wheat port, too. Like, a 4 and a 5 would be really strong. You gotta extend. We need an 8 so bad. Oh, you gotta extend, man. You gotta extend or we lose. I don't have any brick or wood. Please extend one road. There we go. There we go. 8 would be massive here. I think with an 8, we might take the wheat port or we drop another city. Yeah, no one... I mean, I try to tell these guys, you know, unfortunately. I can do something like this. I'm just settling. Who's this with? Blue? Okay, we'll take that. 6. And I think what we'll do is we'll buy a dev here. Hopefully it's a VP. It's a VP. 7. Need a 7, guys. So he needs essentially what? 4 roads. Okay, he doesn't have 4 roads, but he's super close. Also, guys, we do have like 8-8 might be winning. 8-8. It's super close. I don't think it's quite there. 8-8 is winning. 2 8s are winning. Jeez Louise, what is this game? We also don't have too many fast settles. It's intense. So 8-3's... No, 8-3's not winning. We're going to need a few good rolls here. Oh, you do have to extend. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I would rather stop the wooden brick, but I think the 9 is just a winning roll for him, you know? Brutality here. Okay. We need an 8. 7 also works too. I'm happy to stop him. Eventually he takes road. Not eventually. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens. I mean... Don't trade him, man. I should never trade. He's going to pull. Oh my god, we have to survive. Oh, woo! Come on, 8. We got to get some rolls in now because we're in trouble if we don't. Fortunately, all the 8s were rolling early, you know? I think the 4 is a road settle. It's not guaranteed. We need 1-8. The problem is we can pop with this. Yeah, they gave him way too much, unfortunately. Yeah. GG. We tried, guys. We tried. Good game. I do think some of those early blocks were rough. We should have it. Should totally have it. What are you gonna do? You know, we really did try. 7s could have been a little bit better. And the thing is, the 8s rolled, but we had most of those blocked, unfortunately. Yeah, we had 17 resources blocked, which is brutal. Absolutely brutal, you know, and I don't get me wrong, I think we're in a much better position if we have that. Who knows, maybe we would have won. You've got to be careful when you are making these kind of plays, how that might affect the table. Otherwise, I think I like the setup. I like the way we played it. The rolls could have been a little bit better. It was tough to block orange. You know, I blocked the ore. He's got the wooden brick. Overall, not a bad game. Not a bad game. So nicely done there, orange. I played this gameplay about a month ago, so, kind of going through the vault and going through some of these, obviously it's taken me a bit to kind of get through some of the gameplays and the videos. I think I've had a kind of a fresh perspective on looking at and analyzing some of these moments. Of course, it's frustrating, right? You get solo blocked, the hex that gets blocked rolls like crazy, and it feels like the world is coming to an end in that moment for your game. And truthfully, there's a certain amount of responsibility I have to take as a player to say, you know what? I took a really big risk. I tried a very aggressive line of play, which was to drop that city. I knew it was going to pace me like a madman. I said it during the game. And sure enough, I got punished, right? I can blame the players for potentially making a bad block, or I can say, you know what? Like, I took a risk and it didn't pay off. In hindsight, I think I needed to take a little bit more responsibility for this play and realize, like, though I still don't necessarily agree with it, I understand why they did it. And I tried to kind of come to terms with that. I also knew how strong Orange was, especially after they got the 6-3-11. In my mind, blue or black was to do a block here. It makes a lot of sense to hit the 3, because what happens is, okay, let's say the 8 rolls. Well, that's all well and good, but then what happens is now they have ore, which they can use to get their development cards and their cities rolling. If you hit the ore, what happens is, well, now the board gets flooded with wheat, which is essentially what happened. I understand the sentiment of doing the block there, but I think the consequence of that is not really that favorable to potentially black or blue. Maybe there's also some deals, too, to say, hey, if I don't solo block you on the 8, I want 2 ore that rolls from that. And that potentially could be the city that's going to help blue or black get ahead of the game. Versus just killing the ore completely. Yes, it certainly hurts me, don't get me wrong. But I think it actually hurts blue and black as well, because that could be the potential ore that they're going to need in their economy to make the deals and trades. Ultimately, I think when you're thinking about these moments, whether you should drop that early city, you do always have to proceed with caution and know that on a lot of boards, it is going to be perceived as very strong. And this was a perfect example of me pacing too strongly and getting absolutely punished for it. If I could have bought a development card, that would have probably been better for my game, but I didn't. And I paid the price. So ultimately, Orange played a great game and they deserve the win. We all make mistakes, guys. I think what's important is, if you're going to be analyzing your games, to make sure that you have a proactive and responsibility mindset. At the end of the day, you have to focus on what you can control, not let the things that you can't control frustrate you or tilt you. Hopefully that helps. Now look at the resource stats. I mean, it's pretty clear too. 62 cards, so he outproduced the table. Very nicely done. Dice stats, yeah, 3s were quite nice for us. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the ore to make it work there or to pair it properly. What else here? What else is strategically going? 5s were big. 5s were a big problem, and we didn't really have too much fun with the 5s. 9s were big. 11s were huge. I mean, if you look at the 11s and the 3s, I mean, and the fact the 9s too, he just had a very crushing setup. Overall, tough game. And I saw it from my perspective, Orange was in a very strong position because I didn't think I was going to get army from them. And knowing how this board was probably going to play out, they're probably going to feed it, make sure that Orange gets army, blue gets road. And black, I don't know what black's playing for. Like, in black's position, you're not getting road. You're certainly not getting army, unless the 4s really come in strong for you. If you look at the board here for black, you have to realize this is such a strong combination for them. Such a strong combination. I just don't know if you really want to allow it. I think this is much better for black to take the production and say, okay, I don't want them to have the strongest wheat. So maybe what happens is you end up forcing orange to take the 10-9-2 maybe to 6-2, something like that. This is how games go sometimes. We took a risk on pacing, and that's probably a lesson for another game. So appreciate everyone. If you're enjoying the videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe. We're going to keep growing, keep doing fun things here. I appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoy it. Dandy is out. Take care.